Music is my heart. It's really how I move through life and my processes. So to be able to work with somebody in that space is such a big share in my heart and inviting that into the space. And yeah, that's I couldn't want for anything more for a connection with somebody.
Z, oh my goodness.
Hi, Whit.
Hello.
I'm so excited to be on here with you.
I'm so excited. It's been a hot minute since
It's
we've
been
done
a
this
minute.
and talked about co-creations and the process of the co-creating and all of that. And this one in particular, I know and I'm not going to speak for you, but I know kind of some of the things, and other people in my life feel like they've maybe walked off some edges lately and just experienced the like, what is going on?
Yeah,
And not just now, but like throughout my life, I can relate to that feeling of
of course.
like, what the heck? And I just kind of wanted to get into our process of co-creation around like, what do we do in those moments?
Absolutely.
And what does that look like for us? Like individually, but also like as friends, as co-creators, all of that. So to just spark it off,
Heck yeah.
where do you go? What do you turn to? What has been your like go-to since you were little and now and all of that?
Right, right. I mean, if I'm just walking along and I'm doing my existence, right? And all of a sudden I get whapped. Well, I call it getting whapped. Like, oh my gosh, there's the ledge. And I'm in dead flight. My first go-to is always gonna be music. Always gonna be music.
Mm.
Always has been ever since I was little. In fact, when I was little, when I was feeling all the things, because I was always feeling all the things, my first go-to would be some real deep gospel music.
Let's go.
I would
Yes.
sing it all over the place. I would sing it, and it would be so random too. Like you would hear this from I was probably 1.5. I could talk super young, so I could also sing really young. I'd be walking through the store, and it would just be bam, gospel music, and people would turn around. They didn't even know where it was coming from. They're like, I'd be like about super small too, right? So
Just
they'd
a
be like,
little,
"Where is
everyone
that
looks
coming from?"
down and just like,
Yeah, I'm just strong holding it.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
man, music gets me through everything. It gets me through the day.
Yeah. I I mean, I don't have them on now, but I have my headphones with me pretty much everywhere I go.
Yep.
Um, and I reach to it to regulate. I reach to it if I'm going through a specific moment. I'll like try to seek out certain songs that like relate to whatever I'm going through. And inevitably, I'm like so particular with what I'm listening to in each moment because the words are so like impactful for me. And so if one line is like kind of off or like one beat or whatever doesn't quite fit my experience, I'm like, okay, I'll like try to put it aside and still just listen to it. But it's like, oh, that's not quite it. You know what I mean? Like you can curate the
Totally.
best playlist ever, but it's not quite it. So, but I
Yep.
still reach for music and end up going to a lot of instrumentals because of what I just talked about of
Right.
like sometimes the words just don't fit. Um, and yeah, it just has helped process things and helped like that voidy space feel a little less alone. Like I'm
For
able to
sure.
sit in it a little longer
Oh
without
yeah.
freaking out. Like, oh my God, la 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 la.
Dead space where you feel like nothing. There's no meaning anywhere.
Hmm.
You don't know where you're going. Everything is probably turned upside down.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Those are the, I mean, I'm going to take this back just a little bit because coming into how I perceive reality, how I perceive my
Yeah.
world, right? Everything is sound and tone to me. And, that's how I perceive the universe too. That's how I feel like it communicates. That's how I communicate to it. Whether I'm speaking, I'm toning, or I'm just sitting here in my space and I can hear the sound coming from my plant right here, right? That was
Mm.
like that ever since I was little. So all of
Yeah.
that music has been moving through ever since I was little. And I remember uh, I just loved being outside. It was my absolute favorite thing. I almost had to be outside all the time until I got called back in. Uh, but I remember back in those days, like I mean, most kids were outside doing the thing, right?
Yep. Yep.
I would be outside with the plants. I'd be outside with the trees, and we would just be having conversations. And they're very musical to me, the way that they
Okay.
sound. right? So
Yeah.
I'd be making music from what I heard from the trees and like walking down and then peeing off this tree and creating music. And I didn't think that was anything different than anybody else's reality.
Yeah, you're like, this is just how it is. Yeah.
Like normal, everybody be talking to these, look at these birds over here. And I would hear what they were saying through that. That'd be my communication pathway, right? Heading
Wow.
into now and knowing that's like not everybody's experience. Like,
What do
I
you
think that's
mean
what,
the trees are singing what? Yeah.
yeah, that was a big shock in my existence. I was like, you don't? Right, that was a whole nother breakdown into the voidy space where I also use music to help
Yeah.
me get back to myself.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So this isn't something what I'm hearing is for you is for music in your co-creation just day to day and moment to moment isn't something that you've necessarily even had to like train because you're just naturally been doing it with your surroundings since you were a
Totally.
wee little kid.
Since I was super little.
Yeah.
And for me, I mean, that's how I moved through my reality. So when I was in school, I did, I mean, I played all the instruments. It was so easy because I'd pick up one, hear the tone, and I'd be like, oh, I know how you get played, right? I know how we work
Oh,
this. So I was multi-versed in that in school and played
yeah.
tons of tons. And I would just pick up one, listen to it, and figure out how the sounds worked, and then I would just start playing it. Right. So like it
Wow.
wasn't like new to me. That was just how I perceived. And again, I didn't think it was anything. I didn't think it was anything until
Yeah.
people were like, "How? What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just playing the next instrument," and they'd be like, "I'm not." So that was very immersive for me. I did play music for a long time. I did
Yeah.
sing. Obviously, it's not like a professional thing that I decided to go down that route professionally, but I
Sure.
was always out and about singing. And then as I got older, I did use it for my work. I did use it for ceremony, created my own songs. But it wasn't until recently where I felt compelled to be like, oh, maybe I should get some of that out because that feels appropriate to me. And I think that's the biggest question that I'm getting as I'm getting my songs out are like, I didn't know that you could do that. And I'm like, oh, yeah. That's like,
You're like, this is how I've been existing in this reality.
I just decided to make that visible, right?
Yes, yes. So it's yeah, it's new for the world to see you doing it, but it's not new for you. You've been
Yeah,
doing this like your whole yeah.
totally. Totally. Yeah.
Wow, wow. What can I ask what like made you want to show people? Because you could have just kept it for yourself, right? This whole time and
Oh,
just
totally.
whatever, but like what made you want to like put it out there?
I mean, honestly, I had like a transitioning experience or a death experience, and moving through that space, it was just really clear to myself, my system, and my body that since I moved through that route, other people obviously move through that route. So
Yeah.
why not use that in my work? Also because I love it, and also because I love watching people work through music because
Yeah.
their full body and their nervous systems can get so attuned to that. And it makes shifts from my perspective a lot quicker than like I'm sitting here with you and we're kind of working through a process. What if we bring in an element that allows your body to perceive it?
Yes. I I don't even know how to put it into words, my experience with music. That's why I reach for it all the time, but my body just immediately like gravitates towards it or like flows with it. I don't know. There's no
Yeah.
words to describe, but it's like very in the moment with it. Whereas like if I'm just reading something or I'm hearing words separately or whatever, and there isn't that like melody, I could still get there, but it's like it takes my body extra time, I think, to like, and sometimes it'll create side stories that have nothing to do with where for me, like music
Definitely.
just kind of cuts through it. It's just like right
Yep,
there.
there's the point. Oh, that's what I've been working with, right? That's where my
Yeah.
resonance naturally wants to be, whether, I mean, it depends on what type of music that I'm working with. Because a lot of times I don't like to use the words either, but they can be bridges depending on
Yeah.
how I use them, which is why I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna move through my own music because I know those are my own words and
Yes.
my intention behind those words. And that's
Yeah.
just another piece of why I just wanted to get not not just to show the world, it's just another piece of me
Yeah,
and how I move through as an example, you know, for others to
absolutely.
maybe hit and be like, oh yeah, I move a lot through music. Maybe that's,
Yeah.
another route for me to be able to see more truth in myself, to be able to get myself out in this reality, to walk more, more of
Yeah.
an example piece.
That makes so much sense to me. And also just like knowing you as a friend, but knowing you as like co-creating and like building stuff together. Like to me, it when you like first brought this up, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. Like I wasn't like shocked. I was like, oh, duh. Like this is so Z that like, of course, it's part of the unfolding of you showing more of you. So I'm just excited that we all get to experience it of like the rich, beautiful kind of inner world you've been like living in, and you're giving us a peek into what that is.
Oh yeah, no, it's so exciting. And I had
Yeah.
another question on what my process was like when I'm running through there, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
go through that really quickly.
Yeah.
My creative process is so intricate.
Yeah.
And it involves no people. Like, like I've been through this process with music many times where I'm like, yeah, I want to produce like I'm gonna get some producers, I'm gonna get people together, let's play, let's see what happens. I've done that as a pattern and it just didn't work out. And so
Yeah.
eventually I was like, okay, girl, I I'm gonna need to know how you want to create and what that looks like to you. And my body is very much so like I wanna be out in the woods, or I want to be out somewhere that's far away where I have all the elements. And
Yep.
I don't want anybody around me while I'm creating music, because once I sit with a particular piece, like with Reclamation that's coming out,
Mhm.
I just sat in the forest for a really long time because I'm co-creating with everything around me. And then what is my internal knowing with that, and how do I want to put that out? So I'll bring the sounds out there with me and I will sit with that and I will start that process there. If I have a Wi-Fi piece, then I will bring my technology and start the recording process.
Yes. Yes.
If not, then I'll come back and I'll finish it when I get back down. But for me, it's a very immersive process. I want to be entirely immersed in myself. I want to be immersed in my surroundings. What am I coming up with?
Yeah.
The Reclamation is actually a piece from when I was a kiddo. I just remember having so many dreams, and I'm like, why are we in this craggly old world? I just want to ask everybody, why are we still doing this? Because it's danky in here, right?
That beginning part of the video, yeah.
Yeah, so that image was taken from when I was little. And
Wow.
obviously for me, closing the doors myself, understanding I'm like, I don't actually have to live in that reality, right?
No.
I get to create my own. And then the turnaround for that is kind of more, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could reach this new door, right? It's so beautiful. It's kind of fantasy like. I'm not sure that I am good enough or worthy enough, or I don't know what that looks like. And I've been through that process many times. But as a little kid, and I will always go back to my little child because
Yeah.
she's how I naturally perceive the world. She's my joy, my creativity, all of that comes through that piece.
Yeah.
She turned around and I saw that image and I drew it out first. And she was like, have them wait here for a second. Just
Yes.
feel that piece where you feel like you can't move forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that aspect was guiding me through that. And then as I'm up in the mountains or I'm traversing with the music and what wants to come in, it's generally like, okay, the drums want to come in here. All right.
Yeah.
What pattern or what piece wants to come in here? Do I want something to be alive in here? Do I even want somebody looking at a person? Do I want somebody looking at
Yeah.
the environment, right? How do I want to perceive this myself is the question.
Yep.
So that's how I move through that process. And every single time I do a piece or I'm running through music, it's because I'm completely immersed in what's around me and the energies, and bring it up from my memories of things popping through. And then, of course, working with universal energies to see, okay, what's popping through here? What's the next thought form? Oh, wouldn't that be great as a creation?
Yes.
We're
The
moving that through.
the immersive piece that you just mentioned like feels so true to this video, which we can link to that so y'all after you watch this can go on and
Like,
watch what we're talking about. But it takes immersion to a new level that I don't see very often. Like I see it in certain maybe like video games and stuff like that. But as far as like a music video and like putting music out into the world, I'm like, this is so like first person, like I felt like I was in there walking it the whole time. So I'm just curious, like, was that part of what you experienced as a kid? Or like was that like a new like idea that came through as you were building it out? Like, yeah, can you just explain a little
Definitely
bit
as a
about that?
kid. This
Yeah.
is this is like as a little kid. There's a few parts here. One of them is super funny because generally as a kid, I always kept saying this is a really stupid game here, and I don't want to play it. So
Yup.
let's circle that.
Exit, exit, exit.
Uh, and also, I was always creating my own platform for a game. I'm like, but if I am in this game, how do I want to perceive it,
Yep.
right? It's like I am the first player. What does this look like? Oh my gosh, there's something scary on the right. Okay, how am I gonna interact with that? And as a kid, obviously that was all imagination, right?
Mhm.
I'd be like, I got my magic wand. Bing, it's gone. Right?
Yes.
Okay. But that to my nervous system is so calming, knowing that I'm in control of my own game, right? So that immediately calmed my nervous system when I was younger. I'm like, no, I am in control of my own game. And of course, my experiences moving through that and talking to not just trees, but ancestors, beings that came through when I was super little, who were also reiterating that, hey, you, guess what? You're a creator here. And, when I
Yep.
was little, I was like, yeah.
Okay.
Sure am. I know that. I got this. Wow. Or what I had to learn through that process and how music helped me is to really start to embody that even further because I did not like with humans themselves, that was so perplexing to me because I just didn't understand why they were so complex.
Why are you making things so difficult and
Like
complex?
I don't really feel like it's that challenging, but okay.
Here we go.
Uh, But yeah, and that's what ultimately led me into creating Quantum Game Changers, which is definitely immersing yourself into the reality as a player. How do you play with your reality? How do you work with it? How do you create in your reality? And of course, the biggest piece here is how do you embody your knowing, your energy, and bring that out into a reality that's fully sustainable?
Yeah.
So,
That this is because I've heard numerous of your songs, and this one in particular, especially the visuals, is most closely Quantum Game Changer that I've seen so far. Like they all have themes of it for sure running through it, but this one I'm like, oh, yes. I'm in the
that's,
quantum game. Like here I go. Like it's yeah, so
I
cool.
want to ask you a question because I've created a song for you. How was
Yes.
that? How did that experience work with you and your body and your reality?
Well, there's been like a few, I think there's been two or three songs, maybe two songs you've made for me. One was like based around our friendship, and there was another one personally I was working through some stuff. Um, Both for me, and I talked about this at the beginning of the video when like I reach for songs, I'm like looking for something that's related to my experience now,
Right.
specifically right now, like that I can help me like shift through it. And when I listen to the songs you created for me, there was nothing about it that I was like, "Oh, I have to leave that to the side," or "That doesn't fit," or "This note doesn't fit." Like, it was all just so my experience right as I was, like, walking it, and I was like, "I've never experienced anything like that before with music," and I l listen to music all the time. Got my headphones going. So, for me, it was, "Oh, oh, this song is" I wouldn't say me necessarily, but it's, like, my what I'm currently walking as accurately as I could, like, ever hope to portray it in a song,
Sure.
and I was
Right.
just so blown away that, like, you were able to capture that because it's not like especially the song you created for me as I was working through some stuff, we didn't even have that long of a conversation, like, we went back and forth a little bit, and, like, we're friends, so you know, like, kind of what's going on in my life or whatever, but I was just like, "Okay, we'll see," and then I got it, I was like, "Holy shit." So it hit my heart, it hit my gut in a beautiful way, like, my entire body, I felt like just kinda lit up, and and yeah, and then for me, it wasn't just about, like, listening to it once, I think I listened to that one specifically off and on for like a week or two. And then it felt like it naturally was like, oh, now it's like it makes certain playlists of mine. And when it comes back, it's such a beautiful reminder of how I've moved through things. Like there's another version of me standing here that that song helped me move into. So, yeah, I don't know how to describe it other than that. Like that, like,
No, that's perfect.
yeah.
And like, this is the first time I'm hearing that. I just wanted to ask you.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't articulated. I remember getting it from you and and giving you some like immediate feedback, but I don't, yeah, I didn't articulate it afterwards.
Yeah, it's one of my most favorite things to work with music and
Yeah.
others because from the work that I already do, which is very not just energetic, but embodiment, very
Yeah.
much so your truth, how you perceive, how you want to walk, what do you want in your reality, how you hold the capacity. Me to be able to work with another person, understanding where they're coming from, and then to go through my process and go up to the mountains and sit with it and see what comes up as far as sound, tone, lyrics, if any, is such an extraordinary process. And then I've released several to others, and just to see and witness what's moved through. And they've all had really big experiences too, where they're like, "Oh, I didn't, I didn't know that."
Who would
Because
have
really, what
thought?
I know exactly, right? When I'm doing it, I'm like, what does the physical body need in this space, right? How does the nervous system want to? I'm very much so in tune with that aspect of it. And then, of course, either soul essence or energy coming through. What does that want to be interpreted in this space? And then how can I naturally move that forward? Right.
I
So,
think also another thing that's coming to mind too with all of this is like the songs that I've listened to that were specifically made for me. It was like walking me, or I was maybe already over the edge, but it was walking me to my next step without my body feeling like, oh my God, I can't do this. Like it felt like a nice, I don't know, it just felt like a nice, lovely, like space to be held in, but I was also holding
yeah.
myself. Yeah. It, the nervous system, my nervous system felt very like okay with moving into new spaces with that. And again, I don't really have words of like the why behind that necessarily, but I just know I've experienced it and my body knows that deeply now. So like anytime you put out like a new song or a new, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sit with this. It's gonna take me some places.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I will definitely do with the music.
Yes, yes. I actually, so we talked about the process with the songs you put out like publicly. Are your so is your like personal songs for people a similar process, like the same kind of vibe that you're in?
Yep. Yep. Personal
Nice.
songs as I'm working with people.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's a similar process. I think the main thing with that is I want to meet whoever I'm working with exactly where they're at. And
yeah.
it's also a very encased, held space just to see where the process goes. I'm never doing anything forcefully. We're just going to see where it goes. I'm going to get on with you. And then I'm going to be keeping up with you as I'm doing it because sometimes it comes out really fast, and other times I'm like, this is going to take a while.
Yeah. Totally.
I'm gonna need to
Totally.
sit with this for a little bit. And it's a beautiful process because as someone's shifting and they're communicating with me, and I'm bringing in that aspect of the music, it's generally very co-aligned with them. Like, oh my gosh, this is coming up, and I'm like, just put in a word in there that's for peaceful, calm, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And then it moves through the process. And so by the time I'm done with the music, they're moving through a transformational process. And I always disperse it when I feel like the physical body can take it in the
Yeah.
best, right? Again,
Yeah.
I'm very much so in a holding the container to provide ease with the system and the body as it's moving through its process, whether you're looking for something that's like really outlandish or high frequency, happy, like kid joy, I'm going to be holding that into
Yes.
like, I am in the deepest crap possible right now, and I don't know how to get out,
Yep.
right? Then
Yeah.
I'm going to carry the space for that. And yeah,
That's what I appreciate about you. And we've maybe talked about this in other videos, but just to reiterate, you're not afraid. Like, yes, you'll do the jokes and the laughing and the giggling and all of that is amazing and like welcome. And also you're not afraid to go into the deep depths. So like,
Definitely.
yeah, if someone, I don't know, is listening to this and they're like, I feel like my song would be super intense and whatever, it's like, I don't know. To be, you're the friend, you're the person that I would want to walk next to me with that and create some sort of song around it because you're not afraid to look at it. You're not afraid
Oh
to
yeah.
like create with it, create with if there's pain there, you're not create afraid to like alchemize and transform that into whatever someone wants it to be, but you could be with them doing it.
Oh, totally. I think that's where vulnerability comes in with like stepping into a song or even having something created for you because for one, you're stepping into support. You're stepping into a place that's maybe unknown and scary. And for me, just to be like, I will, trust me, I will meet you in those spaces. If you want to go deep, I've been there. I've really been there. I can do that. I can do very multidimensional. I can do my biggest game here is how are you being best presented in yourself, where you feel the most yourself, where you feel like you have the most energy. And even if you don't, if you're in a really crappy place, like that's perfect. That to me, that's beautiful. I want that in the space too, and we can work with that.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah. I think that's huge because that's just it's part of being in a human experience is all of that stuff.
it'd be humaning.
We're all humaning, here we are.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say this to everybody. Like we are all doing it. It's I know it's a challenging process. It doesn't feel good a good portion of the time. And also you're not alone in it. And I think if that was going to be my biggest message, it'd be like, you're not alone in it. Like we're all doing it. And I want to step beside you and alongside you as an equal and play alongside you too as we're doing it.
Yes. If somebody's like curious about what how they can do that with you, what would their next step be? Like where would they go or what would they
Oh, absolutely. I would say get on an alignment call with me.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to meet you. I want to feel what's going on. I want to get to know you. And maybe it doesn't work out, totally fine. And also, like my biggest first thing is I love connecting with people. I want to see you exactly where you're at and bring everything to the table, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether it's raunchy, disgusting, I don't really care. Like I want to see you and connect, and that would be the first point. And then from there, I can guide you into what might be a good fit for you. Right.
Nice.
And yeah.
Awesome. Is there anything else that you feel like people should know about you creating with music and music for people and your songs? Anything else that you didn't say?
This is like bringing emotion. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Uh, I think the main thing with that and what I'm working with and creating is music is my heart. It's really how I move through life and my processes. So to be able to work with somebody in that space is such a big share in my heart and inviting that into the space. And yeah, that's I couldn't want for anything more for a connection with somebody.
Hmm. Yeah. I can like feel that through the screen. I'm like tearing
Yeah,
up
good.
over here. Woo. Oh my
And
gosh.
then, of course, if you have questions, go on my website. You can
Yeah.
submit questions, take a look around and see if anything feels aligned. And of course, I'm always here on the other side, and also who works with me is there as well. So
Yes.
we can take
Yes.
questions.
Any questions people have, Z or I will be happy to jump in. So excited. Thank you so much, Z. I feel like even though we talk about this stuff a lot, I feel like I even learn more stuff about you and your process. So
Oh
thank you
yeah,
for
absolutely,
allowing more of the world to see.
absolutely, and likewise. And
Yes.
for anybody who wants to see more music, Reclamation is coming out fully tomorrow. At least the music video. The song's already out on Spotify.
Let's go.
Let's go.